Hello Aquarius, welcome to my channel, Love It or More. This is going to be October 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. We will start with the sound bowl for about 20 seconds just to tune into the energy. And then we'll be doing three piles. The first pile will be the energy, your protagonist energy that you're starting the month off of October. The middle pile will be any challenges or anything that's unseen at this time. And the final pile will be the outcome of the month. Please be mindful that energies are non-gender specific. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So if you'd like to take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Okay, Aquarius, let us see what October has in store for you. Right. Start with some major arcanas and see what the major theme of each side is. Okay, Aquarius 2022. We have your start the month off with the Hermit card, a lot of soul searching, introspection, maybe needing to kind of go into your cave a bit. It is a 9, so you're reaching an ending to a degree, so a kind of a reflection on things that have gone past, and how do you move forward, and really sort of taking the time. You've had the wisdom now to mark the ending from the 9 to the 10 so that you can step into a new journey. What's unseen is patience. Okay, so it's a 14, which was reduced to a 5 in numerology, which talks about a change, obstacle. Obviously it is in the unseen area, so change, obstacle, but this would talk about perhaps a delay, so perhaps you're not wanting the patience at this time. This would be also the Temperance card, traditionally. So she has the clock on her heart, and it's all about certain timing. So perhaps timing is going to be a bit of an issue for you, but we'll see how it plays out. And then the outcome for the month of October for Aquarius is Love, which is a beautiful card. Now this would maybe be the Lover's card, but with the Good Tarot deck, which is this deck by Colin Baron Reid, love talks about being in oneness with everything, having a sense of interconnectedness with everything. And it is number 6, which in numerology is a very harmonious number. It is the number of love. Okay, so very sort of slow month really, but then you end, it feels quite peaceful actually. But let's see how it all pans out for you. So I'm using my deck here. It's only one of a kind because it's not published yet. It is all my own artwork, so that's quite exciting. Right. We're going to take those. So butter fingers. Right. Aquarius. Why is a Hermit card here, please, for Aquarius? Oh, that's way too many. Let's keep it simple. Why is a Hermit card here, please, for Aquarius? We have a Knight of Pentacles, which again is quite a slow card. Slow and steady wins a race. And then we have Judgment. So the judgment needs to be made. Now the Judgment card is also talks about crossing the threshold, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, that final resurrection into a new area in your life. Okay, but I feel like you've been walking a very slow, long, arduous journey to get there. And that's why the Hermit is here, because it's taking you quite a... I would feel like Pentacles is usually represented as in years. So this feels like this has been a journey of many, many years to reach to a particular judgment call. We will clarify further, but let's just move on for now. We'll go to patience, please. Oh, bottom of the deck is the strength card again. Well, I say again, it's not the same because, but we've got the lions in both, the lion and the woman in both cards here. Okay, so let us see. Patience, please. Why is patience here? Thank you. Ace of Swords. So this is like the truth serum, the truth gun. Sometimes the Ace of Swords can also talk about a double-edged sword. Seeing clarity, seeing something in a whole new spectrum of light and illumination. So we'll see how that's panning out, and that's why it's taking so long. What else, please, for patience? Wheel of Fortune. Wow, so you've got a major arcana there, and we've got another major arcana over here. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune comes in when the timing is right. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is kind of a timing card. Patience, because it comes from the Temperance card, is also a timing card. You're needing, so there may be a bit of a delay, but the delay is needed in order to see something in a whole new light, okay? And when you do so, the time is right for the wheel to now turn in your favor. And it's moving from, if you look closely, it's a wheel on a boat, a steering wheel. I don't know what the correct term is for that. But in the midst of it, the person is in a storm, and up ahead are calmer shores and an island that you're reaching towards, and clear skies ahead. Okay, so where you might have been in a bit of turbulence, the wheel is now turning in your favor towards a better, calmer environment. And love. Can we clarify love, please? Excuse me. Thank you. We have the Star card. Now, the beautiful thing about this card here is that, Aquarius, this is your card, okay? The Star talks about faith in things, future hope, cleansing, healing, being authentically yourself, because she's naked in the water cleansing herself, so she's got nothing to hide about her truth and her faith and the hope for the future. Sometimes it can also talk about popularity, being under the spotlight. The Star is definitely shining for you, so it's definitely, again, calm water, calm water, calm water. What else do we have for love, please? And there's also a major arcana, but it's happened now first rather than the second card. Thank you. We have, oh, I have one hiding there. We got the Lovers card. So now we've got the Lovers card twice, right over there and now here. So this can talk about passion. It can talk about choices. It can talk about following your highest excitement. So initially what feels quite a dreamy, kind of a dreamy area as you close off the month, kind of dreamy and peaceful, that kind of creates a very stable platform for you to feel secure enough to now start invoking passion and invoking a sense of excitement within you, because it feels like you're starting the month off with this Judgment card and slowly getting to where you need to do and doing some real kind of soul searching about your path in life, your direction in life. And what you don't see is some good fortune coming towards you, but it's going to take time, and you have to see something of a whole new light. It's a whole new, it's almost like new information has been brought to you. And as that does so, it puts you in a calm state of mind, enough to create yourself a very grounding platform where you can now springboard from into this area of enthusiasm and excitement. We have, wow, we've got the Two of Cups here. Okay, so we've got the Lovers card twice and the Two of Cups. This is really beautiful. It talks about, it can talk about soulmate reunion, coming together. But it could also be you with your higher self, because we all have the divine masculine and feminine within ourselves. And it's kind of a meeting of the minds, singing from the same page, coming together. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So there we have some good news, a lucky news coming in with regards to your money or your finance or anything that's kind of tangible, anything physical in the real world. And it feels like that's come your way because of that Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so you're starting to see that in the physical reality. So what you start off is a very kind of almost airy feel over here, because it's all kind of in the cosmos, all kind of ethereal energies that are happening over here. Patience, it's time. Time isn't stagnant, it just keeps moving. It's kind of, it slips through your fingers, but then at the end you start to see the things that you are employing in your life manifest in the real world. And it's really, really positive for either new love coming in, or a resurrection almost too, because the Judgment card can sometimes talk about resurrection, to a union you are already in. Right, let us go a little bit further. So, why is the Knight of Pentacles here, please? Can you clarify the Knight of Pentacles? Thank you. Three of Swords. Okay. Anything else for the Knight of Pentacles? Oh, that's too many. Anything else for the Knight of Pentacles, please? I feel like we only need that one card, because it feels like it's just shouting at me. Oh, we've got another one here. Ace of Pentacles. There we go. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles under the Hermit card, it feels to me like you have been on this long journey. As I was saying beforehand, this has been like this, you've been on this journey for many years, where it feels like you've been walking through a desert. Now, you may have your treasures with you. So you've got the plant behind the man on the camel. There's a tortoise there which talks about slow and steady, but he wears his house on his back, with as does the tortoise. But it may feel like it's been such a long time coming, and in that there has been a lot of sadness. It's been kind of weary, it's been kind of isolating. You've been feeling quite alone with that Three of Swords there, where even if it hurts you in the heart, it also more hurts you in the mind. Okay, but it feels like you're moving in the direction towards, you're moving from this has been the journey, but you're moving towards opportunity. Okay, which clearly you are, because of that Wheel of Fortune. So you're moving slowly towards an opportunity, something that is really going to start you up in life. So create a garden for yourself that you can nurture and cherish. The Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning, a brand new opportunity, and it stands a test of time, because it's a pentacle. So something, again, talking about years. It has years attached to it. Now, all of that under the Hermit card, it feels like you start the month off with that. Well, I've been on this journey for so long, and it's just been deserted. It's been barren. I felt alone, even though I've got my trusty camel with me and my plant that I want to plant into the ground. So you've been on a, even though you haven't been seeing the rewards of your efforts, you are actually on the right track, because even though it's been a lonely journey, you've been carrying your plant on the camel. The plant is something that you want to nurture into the ground and create more of a garden of life for yourself, more fertility, more creation in your life. Okay, and you are walking towards that Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles represents that, creating that garden that you can now nurture. So it feels like, even though it's been a very lonesome journey up until now, you rest assured that actually you've managed to keep the plant alive all this time. You've managed to keep that seed of hope alive all this time. And even though it's been long and steady, the Knight is the most reliable Knight in the deck, of that action orientation. Okay, so he is the one out of all the Knights that is going to stand the test of time, and he will be reliable. Okay, so the Judgment, let's clarify the Judgment card, please. What is the Judgment card related to? Thank you. Ooh. We got the Chariot and we got the 10 of Wands. Beautiful. So you are reaching that point of no return here. Okay, 10 of Wands talks about you reaching that final ending, that final chapter where you may be carrying a heavy load, but you're close to the village now, and you can see the wood for the trees, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you know that just as soon as you arrive, the chariot, you're driving forward with a lot of speed and momentum. Okay, so you're starting to get a bit fired up. Now the chariot also talks about victory, triumph forward, taking your lessons that you've learned, your shadow self, excuse me, as represented in the dark horse over there, and your light side as represented in the light horse over there, and you're charging forward. This promises victory and triumph. So that is a judgment call that you're reaching. So all of this introspection that you do have at the start of October is really looking at kind of where your life has been up until now, the last few years. Okay, where has it felt lonely, isolated? Where has it felt barren? And then, well, now a decision needs to be made. I now recognize that I've reached the end of a particular cycle with regards to work or with regards to the journey. It feels like you could actually look at the last few years of your life, and even if you've been in the same place at the same time, even if you've been doing the same thing and slogging away over and over again on the same situation, it has actually been a journey. It's not been one place. It's been actually a journey. There's been a lot that's been happening through the course of that. And as you come into recognition of that, you now know within yourself that an ending is happening. You're ready to kind of let go of those burdens, let go of the attachments, say goodbye, and now drive forward with speed and vigor. But I feel what's going to happen is once you reach that point with the Hermit card of now, you're now charging forward, because now you've recognized that, excuse me, you've recognized, because it's a 9 as well, it's also an ending. You've recognized that it's now within your means and you have done everything that you need to do. And that journey that you've been on over the past few years is now come to an end. Now we don't have the World card turning up because you're not quite at that point yet. Very, very close, but not quite at that point, okay? But now you're feeling the momentum to drive forward. And the thing that's going to stop you in your way a little bit is this Patience card. There's going to be a bit of a delay. So you're ready to charge forward, which is great. Use that energy, use that momentum and that intention, because with the law of attraction, you will get it, but there's always a bit of a delay. There's a bit of a lag, and you need that lag because something is coming to light for you, and then we've got things moving in your favor. So what is coming to light for you? Ace of Swords, please. The all-seeing eye. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. Anything else? Aha, very nice. So the words that I keep hearing is home is where the heart is. And even though it's not the ace, even though it's not the Queen of Cups, I'm feeling a very kind of heart-based energy with this. So as you think about so the Queen of Pentacles talks about kind of someone who is I don't want to say domesticated because it just sounds so boring, but someone who is comfortable at home, even if she runs her own business, and even if she's safe at home, but she only has the one pentacle that she needs. So it actually doesn't matter where she sets her roots. It actually doesn't matter where she is, as long as she's got that one pentacle, which represents her sense of security in her home environment, and her because she's the Queen of Pentacles, very practical, very down to earth, can make things happen. But you're starting to recognize, I believe, that actually home is where the heart is, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world or what you're doing. If your heart is happy, your home is happy. And then we've got the King of Wands. Oh, interesting. King of Wands is a very kind of enigmatic energy as well. And interesting, because I was talking about the Ace of Swords being like a double-edged sword. So there's some illumination that's coming to light. I think I'm going to clarify even further, but there's some illumination, a truth serum coming to light about how it feels to me that it's like invigorating both energies. King of Wands is a very kind of entrepreneurial, go get it kind of energy, very victorious. Queen of Pentacles has a handle on business, has a handle on her home, has everything all secure. And it feels like you're trying to work out. There's something that happens where you recognize that actually it's not one or the other. It can be both. I just want to go a little bit further. And because I feel like this is your energy over here. It's like you feel like in one way that it should be, oh, I must only focus on making sure my home situation is good. Or I must put all my energy into my work matters. But it feels to me like what you're coming to understand is you can have them both. You can have them both because the sword has two sides to it. You can have both the sense of security and nurturing feeling and growing your garden. Plus, you can have that entrepreneurial enthusiasm. Anything else for the Queen of Pentacles, please? So it's almost like you need the time, you need the patience to recognize that you can have it all. You can actually have it all. Queen of Pentacles, please. Anything else for Queen of Pentacles? Thank you. Page of Cups and Seven of Swords. Okay, I'm going to talk about this in a second. And King of Wands, please. Excuse me. Oh, I'll take those two. We've got Knight of Swords and Judgment again. Right. Ha 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 ha. So, even though you might be feeling that you could only have one or the other, I feel like you can actually have them both. With the with the Queen of Pentacles and that Page of Cups and the Seven of Wands, it's about kind of going, well, I know where my wealth is. I know where my sense of security is. I know where my treasures lie as it relates to the physical world. I know where I have standing. I know where I have a sense of security. I know where I have my material gains. And I'm going to protect it at all costs. That's what's important. And I can maintain that because I know that is something that can create more out of it because it's got the fish in the cups there with the Page of Cups, okay, which talks about, you know, abundance and ever creating abundance. So the cup is overflowing in a way, but it's also a messenger of this. So it's understanding that you can both protect what you already own and what you have versus moving forward with communication and deciding what it is you want to put your energy into as it relates how it can feed into the work life as well. So really, I mean, if I were to sum this whole section up over here, what I'm really seeing is what you don't see coming at this time, which would require patience in order to really reach that aha moment. The aha moment is you can both protect what you already have and use that to drive forward within business. So this very much seems to me like having a business from home, starting a business from home, using what you have, because the Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful. You don't just need money to get everything you need. There are other ways to get things, okay? And I do feel like it's like choosing and deciding, how can I have a second stream of income, or how can I make business from home? Wheel of Fortune. Can we clarify Wheel of Fortune, please? Thank you. We have the Hermit again. There we go. What else do we have? Knight of Cups. Oh, we've got something nice coming your way, for sure. So we have the Page of Cups, and then we move on to the Knight of Cups. Anything else, please? Thank you. And Death card, Transformation. So it's actually kind of simple. as you recognize that you can basically have it all, with the Hermit card, the things that you've been soul searching from the beginning, because it's related to this area over here. The fun thing, okay, sorry, I'm just getting goosebumps because I know I've hit the nail on the head here. Where you've been feeling isolated and on this journey all by yourself, you're actually not. So you recognize, actually, I can choose to have it all. I can choose to have a wonderful home and be resourceful within that, and actually have a business at home or a second stream of income, be able to manage both things quite well, okay? And the Wheel of Fortune says that the things that you were kind of soul searching about this journey, actually someone is on board with you, which is this situation over here with this love connection, okay? The things that you were worried about, actually you've got someone who's willing to put in the work and willing to put their heart in this with you, okay? And that's going to mark a huge transformation moving forward. But you wouldn't have been able to recognize that. You wouldn't have been able to receive this offer. You wouldn't be able to receive this love. You wouldn't be able to receive this message unless you had recognized within yourself that aha moment of, it doesn't have to be one way or the other way. It can be both. It can be both. So that's really nice. And that marks a transformation in this situation here. So the Star card, please. Can you clarify the Star card? So with that brings a lot of sense of peace, a sense of kind of, usually any sort of negative energy that we feel, isolation, guilt, shame, anger, solitude, pain, sorrow, all of those things have a sense of being disconnected from other people, either another person or a group of people or even society. Okay, it's that illusion of separation that makes us feel that we're on this arduous journey by ourselves. So all negative or all low vibration feelings are related to this illusion of separateness. The definition really of peace or inner peace is knowing 100% that you are interconnected with everything, and that love is all around and that you are completely kind of tied in with other people, whether you realize it or not, and that there is love there should you choose to actually see it, right? But it's always a choice, always free choice. So it feels to me like that's the aha moment that you're kind of having, is that the thing that I thought I was so alone in, actually I am not. I just needed to reach that wisdom within myself and understand it for myself in my own journey to recognize, well, hang on a second, it is all connected. And which is what this card, love, talks about. It is all connected. We are all bound within each other. And no matter, even if someone's done me wrong in the past, there is still love there. Because if it's like, for example, you can never really be angry at someone that you don't really love, because it wouldn't affect you. Why would it affect you? But when there's love there and someone betrays you, there's anger or pain or sorrow. But you get back to the root of it, it's still love, right? That's where it all comes from. So those are the kinds of things. It feels very spiritual, actually. It's because it's very calm, peaceful. And then you reach this kind of upliftment as it relates to this area of the star healing. And the healing is healing the wounds of what you actually were in illusion of. Okay, and the illusion was that you are all by yourself. Now, sure, you could literally be a single parent or someone who doesn't have many friends or has been feeling quite isolated or in a sense of solitary, although Hermit card is usually a card where we choose to go into solitude for our own internal healing and wisdom and reflection, which is very important for all of us to do at different stages of our life, be it big or small. But that where we are feeling kind of isolated, it's slightly different. And what you're coming into recognition of is that the isolation is it can be very good for you or can be very bad for you, but the choice is how you intend it. Do you want to be isolated to heal through something, or you're isolating yourself deliberately because you feel excluded from others? okay? So I feel you're starting to recognize in this month of October that this idea of exclusion is really something that could be self-imposed, or could just be something that has been built into your psyche since you were a child, or where at a pinnacle point in your childhood you weren't really recognized for your voice, for your interpretation, for your existence even, and that sort of built a very strong element in you that I am different from everybody else. Now the fact of the matter is everyone's different from everybody else, but we all have human characteristics and we are all bound by love, this interconnection. So this seems pretty big for you. It seems kind of like not much is happening. I mean, but things are happening at a much deeper level beneath the surface. Let's go to the star card, please. Thank you. King of Cups, Ace of Cups. See, there is hope. We've got love, 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 and more love coming in. There is so much love. Now, if you're single, you are in for quite the treat. Because we're talking about real love, overflowing love. We're talking about passion. We're talking about the meeting of the minds. We're talking about it bringing luck along your journey, okay, and your pathway. If you're already in a relationship and you've been going through a bit of a difficult patch, this is a rejuvenation of love, but on a whole new level, on an absolutely whole new level. This is, and if you've recently split up from somebody, this feels like, it doesn't feel like, I suppose it could be a resurrection of it, because we've got the Judgment card that's come up twice. But this feels new somehow. This feels brand new. You've never had it like this before. And not only is it filling up your heart space, but it's filling up your passion. You know, it's affecting your solar plexus. It's affecting your sacral and your root chakra. All the areas where you have felt insecure, it is giving you the boost of security. Really interesting. And within that, you are also feeding off this King of Cups. You are becoming more kind of grounded in your sense of self-love, because you can never receive love unless you love the self as well. It's always supposed to be harmonious with the number 6, right? Okay, Lover's card, please. Can we clarify the Lover's card? We've got those 2 cards as well. We have the Empress, the Moon, and the Hanged Man over there. And then we have 5 of Cups and Strength card. Okay. So the Lovers is really talking about how do you nurture your own internal heart space. So basically it was just talking about what I've literally just been talking about. Okay, the Empress is unconditional love, moving everything from the heart space, but you're still trying to suss it out. I feel like with that passion, it's almost like you recognize to one point that even though things will become a little bit calmer for you, even though you're having faith for the future, it feels like you're wrestling these ideas in your head, in your own head, because it's affecting you in the heart space with that Moon card. It sort of doesn't, this new belief system, well, this new aha moment, now it needs to kind of settle into your beliefs, a new belief system, okay? And part of it's like, well, I need to really see this from all angles with the Hanged Man, and oh, it does sort of ignite something within me that I can't quite put my finger on. I feel kind of emotional with this, with the Moon card. And, you know, why is it taking me this long to do it with the 5 of Cups? And is this putting me completely outside my comfort zone to tell someone I love them? Or is it, you know, that I make myself vulnerable, you know? So it feels like this whole, it's like the Lovers, not only is it this passion, but this passion ignites a new understanding of the concept of love in the heart space, right? But also within yourself, like how do you deal with it? And I feel like you're wrestling with it in a way, because it's kind of a new paradigm to explore. Very spiritual. Let's go to the 2 of Cups, please. Can you clarify the 2 of Cups? We got the 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords there. Okay. So now you have a situation where you feel more confident to speak to somebody or to connect with your own higher self and go back on something and recognize. It's like, because the Three of Pentacles talks about kind of going back on something, reworking something, but you now are reworking where you have felt that you have not seen the truth for yourself, where you have been blindsided, okay, whether perhaps you've been sabotaging yourself, okay, and those are the things that you're kind of opening up to somebody else about, or you connecting with your higher self within this thing. So now you're in a bit of a stronger position, because it's also under the Star card of that healing aspect, okay. You're in a stronger position now to recognize where you tied yourself up in knots, where you yourself felt trapped, and actually it was this element of feeling that you were on the road all by yourself. Fact of the matter is, you had your plant, you had your tortoise, you had your camel, you had everything you needed. But you thought that it was just you on this trap. So it feels to me like you're now in a position by the end of the month to really be open up, to really be open about how the reality of how you have been feeling, the reality of where things have actually sat with you. Let's go to the Page of Pentacles, please. Oh, we got the Hierophant. Yes. So it feels to me like there's going to be some sort of payout for you from some sort of organization. And it's even though it feels kind of unrelated to this, it feels like it is related, even in its unrelated aspect, because when you feel abundant in love, you start recognizing abundance in other avenues of your life, okay? When you feel abundant in any area, so even if it's negative or if it's positive, you feel abundantly broke, you are going to be broke in matters of the heart, in matters of the mind, in spiritual matters. When you feel abundantly uplifted, you start to see those react in different parts of the world, in different aspects of your life, not just in the heart space. So it feels to me like this helps lift everything up so that other things are kind of joining on the same sort of frequency. And this quite clearly to me, even though the Hierophant is quite a highly ascended spiritual card, which is what all this is actually about, it feels like you're seeing it in the physical world as well. So it feels like you're going to get some sort of good news, some good luck as it relates to money or property, anything that's tangible, from some sort of organization or higher structure of things. And that's all that's doing, is uplifting you even further, because you're seeing the abundance in love and connection over here play out in different ways in your life. It's a really beautiful reading, Aquarius, really beautiful. Let us get an oracle card just to close off the reading for you. What does Aquarius need to know for October 2022? 3 cards. Okay. In Brahma, where are you being called to journey to? Okay, so this is about really following your intuition. Yes, you're doing the hermit introspection, but that can be a very mental exercise. Very mental, but it does come with a lot of wisdom. But it's about also kind of connecting with your intuition as well, okay? Because sometimes we get caught up too much in the head space. So you've got to ignite the head space with the heart and the intuition to really get a broad picture of it. And that where you've been called to journey to. This feels to me not metaphoric at all. This feels to me very physical. So there could be a place that you've seen on TV, or there's just a name of a place that you, for some reason, you resonate with, even if it's just like a day trip here or a holiday there, or even immigration. It feels to me like a very physical place that's kind of calling your name at the moment. So listen to that, answer that. Then you have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So this whole month for you is really what I was saying, uplifting you, lighting you up, like what was happening here by the end of the month. Okay, you are being supported by Spirit at this time. And then finally, starseed, what lights you up? So a lot of light energy coming in. When I was talking about that Ace of Swords just right in the middle of the spread here, talking about illumination. Illumination is what light is as well. Light brings illumination. Light brings information as well. Communication, all of those things. Light is in the air, you know, and you are an air sign. So really try and look at the things that are kind of going to lift your spirits, lighten your load, and follow your passion with that. Follow your passion. It's a beautiful reading. Aquarius, have a wonderful, good luck with the month, and I wish you all the best. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.